All over the world, species clash in nature's savage battle of survival. From the precision of the shadow stalkers to the crushing force of the giants, all are locked in brutal conflict. Animals fight tooth and claw to win food, territory, and rights to the bloodline. From the mist-shrouded peaks of the Andes to the treacherous of the Pacific. There are no rules. This is Animal Fight Night. Let's watch and see. The African savanna is cracked. The grass is yellow and withered. The scorching sun burns away all life. Food is scarce. Water is a faint memory. The wild dogs, their eyes sharp but exhausted, gather around the leader, an experienced female. Silence reigns, broken only by the weak chirp of the pup. The leader raises its head, sniffs the wind. Its large ears quiver. In the heart of the dry season, hope is the path, and that path is in memory. The pack begins to migrate. Every step is a gamble, but the leader's steadfast gaze guides the pack, pulling the pack towards life, however fragile. After many days of hunger and thirst, the pack came to a river, the boundary between life and doom. The water was murky. The leader did not hesitate. It stepped down first, looking back at the pack with a look that promised safety. The pack hesitated, then followed. It was an animal fight with the fury of the steppe. But the instinct to survive urged them on. One by one, they climbed ashore. They won the battle, but the steppe never let them go. The trials of the steppe were only just beginning. Days of wandering had left the dogs emaciated, ribs visible through their thin fur. But the steppe offered a glimmer of hope. In the distance, a herd of wildebeest appeared, their curved horns glinting in the sunlight. The dogs woke, eyes burning, tails wagging. Hunger was the enemy, but coordination was their weapon. Energy surged, like a fire in an exhausted body. The leader, its eyes locked on a stray antelope, its muscles tensed, ready to charge. The dogs spread out, silent but relentless, each knowing its role. From above, their formation was a wave, sweeping across the steppe with pinpoint precision. The wildebeest fled, but the wild dogs were faster, breathing heavily, focused like knives. The animal fight was explosive, dust flying, hooves pounding the ground. Antelopes falling under the teeth and claws of the dogs. They charged in, savoring their prey with ferocity, but not forgetting their own kind. The hungry cubs enjoy the first morsel. Each piece of bait was a victory, each sharing a bond. The pups, once weak, now frolicked with new vigor, their cries a song of life. The pack rested, their bellies full, their solidarity stronger than ever. This was more than a meal, proof they could defeat the cruelty of the steppe. But as they enjoy victory, a threat quietly approaches their lair. As the dogs ate, a dark figure slipped through the thorn bushes. The honey badger, the fearless and cunning predator, moved silently, its nose sniffing the sweet scent of milk. Its eyes locked on the den of the wild dogs, empty and vulnerable. In the darkness of opportunity, the honey badger knew no fear, only hunger. This was no ordinary predator. Its boldness was surpassed only by its cunning. The entrance to the den appeared, a tempting invitation. The honey badger did not hesitate, sneaking in like a ghost. It acted quickly, without hesitation, and rushed out of the den with its prize in its mouth. The den was empty, except for the scent of danger. The pack, milers away, was still reveling in the thrill of the animal fight, oblivious to the danger. But the steppe always demands a price, and the dogs are about to feel the pain. The pack returned to their den, their bellies full from the animal fight, but their joy gone. The leader stopped, its nose picking up a strange scent, a sharp cry ripping through the air. The mother rushed to the den to check. Its pup was missing. It was furious, desperate. Loss was a fire, and it was the fire that led the chase. The pack gathered, searching for the thief's trail. The growls rang out, the mother's grief spreading, spurring the pack on. The stepper's betrayal cut deep, but the bond of brotherhood was stronger, and they would not let the thief escape. The dogs charged, moving in unison. The trail led to a clearing, and there it was, the honey badger, the pup still struggling in its jaws. The dogs circled, parted, then tightened. The tension was palpable. The collective strength of the pack against the stubborn lonesome of the badger. This was more than a chase, a battle for family, for life. The whole steppe held its breath, waiting for the confrontation. The honey badger dropped the pup and faced the tightening circle of dogs. The dogs scattered and charged. They aimed for the badger's legs and back. But its thick, rubbery hide protected it from bites. The honey badger counterattacked. Short, brutal bites. In a mortal grip, the dogs fought not out of anger, but out of love. The dogs changed tactics, taking turns attacking, not giving the honey badger a moment's rest. They persisted, charging in turn, exhausting their foes. The honey badger, though stubborn, sensed defeat. With a final screech, it takes the gap in the siege. Leaving the wild dog pup behind and disappearing into the darkness. They had won. The pup had survived, a ray of light in the cruel game of the steppe. The honey badger trudged across the steppe, each step heavy with pain. It was alone, without a pack, without allies in this cruel world. Its breathing was labored, but its eyes remained cold, as if challenging fate. In the world of the honey badger, there were no allies, only instinct. The gnawing hunger was more painful than the wounds of a pack of dogs. The steppe did not grant mercy, but the honey badger did not beg. It continued its search, driven by a stubborn will to survive. Defeat by the dogs was a deep cut, but not the end. The life of a honey badger was a solitary battle, and each scar was proof that it had never yielded. Days of hunger and thirst led the honey badger to a beehive, its menacing buzzing making others tremble. But it did not stop. It dug, growling as the bees stung, tearing the nest apart to get at the sweet honey. But the honey was only a temporary relief. The honey badger continued, finding a nest of ostrich eggs. With its claws, it rolled the egg out, cracking the shell. Each bite was a response to the end. This was not glory. It was living another day. No defeat was final. It would keep fighting, keep eating, keep living. In the distance, the pack was regaining its strength. The pack surrounded the pup, the mother nuzzling the small body of the pup, soothing the harshness of the steppe. The pack huddled together, their cries a triumphant song. The pup, weak but alive, its little heart beating stronger. The pack rested, the pup frolicking in the golden sunset. The leader of the pack still looks around vigilantly, watching for danger. And the remaining ones rest, saving their strength for the next hunt. The prairie glows under the setting sun. The dogs' hope burns brighter than ever. Puppies case each other, their clumsy steps a promise of life rising. Hope is a flame that never goes out. Subscribe to our channel to see what happens to the dogs. Will they thrive? Or will the prairie attack again? Their spirit is unbreakable. The animal fight is not over. Don't miss the next chapter. Every moment is a heartbeat of survival. Stay tuned to see what lies ahead for the wild.